already seeing some encouraging developments in terms of dwell time. That's the amount of time that a container just sits there in between the port, the ship being docked, and it actually going out the gates of the port and onto where it's going.
The executive director in the Port of Los Angeles says they have about 2 weeks worth still waiting to be unloaded, but then about 45 more ships with countless more shipping containers are expected to come this Thursday. So as you said, that means retailers could still be working to replenish inventory well into summer 2022, and that means the port's 24/7 operation will probably continue that long as well. By the way, in case you didn't know this, because I didn't know until this morning, the Port of LA and the Port of Long Beach accounts for 40% of all shipping containers that enter the United States, making them the largest port in the Western Hemisphere. In other words, save your money. Don't wait. Or try shopping now. Sending it back to you.
All right, Jennifer, thank you.
Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is, what is today? It's Tuesday morning, October 19th, 2021. It's 9:37 in the morning, and it's a bit chilly. It was actually 43 degrees when I got up this morning. Well, I'm just coming back from Salvation Army over here, getting some food and getting some provisions every morning. There's a struggle for this, and I was going to go to the church this morning, but I have an interview this morning all the way over in Hastings Ranch, so I must make haste. Oh, 1 second, hold on. So I was speaking with this young lady that comes over here from Friends Indeed, which is it's a shelter, and they collect and they distribute a lot of help to the homeless here in Pasadena. They're actually very good. And I asked her this morning because, well, I asked her first about the cold weather shelter for friends of mine, especially in my Facebook group. The cold weather shelter, and for those of you that are homeless that follow me, the cold weather shelter, as I was told, next year, it'll open up, I believe, around the first week of January with some changes. Normally it used to be that it was first come, first served. I think they only can fit about 30 people or so, give or take. And that's not an exact quote on what the occupancy is. I never went. I've only done shelter like that once, and I didn't like it. It actually cost $5 to get in, and I only went in, not here in Pasadena, somewhere else, but I only went in to take a shower and get some rest to get off the streets, and I was probably in there for about maybe an hour in total time. But hearing all the moaning and the crying and the cursing and the bitching, for a lot of people it's worth it. For me, it's not. I have enough of those sad and pathetic voices in my head every day that I have to struggle with, which is why I know that a lot of you have asked me, your situation is pretty grim and dire, but yet you joke and are happy about it. Well, what the? I'm going back to 2008. I think. I don't know if that's a protest or what. Over here by the Chase, there's a whole bunch of people. But anyway, anger turned inward is depression. Sigmund Freud. And that's, I have to, in order to not be depressed, I have to kind of keep it bottled in and just, nobody wants to be around a miserable person. family, friends, or even especially homeless situation. So I try not to be, and I try to be as upbeat as possible and just vent on this platform and every other social platform, because going home, it's a whole another situation of anger. What the heck is that going on? So anyway, they said, I was told that it doesn't look too good. It's going to change. Oh, God. So the cold weather shelter is going to be now based, no longer first come, first serve. It's going to be based upon age, medical, and I think another criteria, I'm not sure, but it's going to be total, oh, and temperature, depending on the temperature of the house. Yeah, depending on the temperature. And usually it's only maybe, I think, within a 2-day advance notice of when it comes to the temperature change. But anyway, the housing situation here is pretty bad. Basically, even transitional housing, which is what I live in right now, is very, very, very few and far between. But come January, it's going to be a different criteria. And I've already told them that, I've already had 2 vouchers plus an extension, and there was nothing. So, oh, and Amazon, I know. The closest Amazon, I believe, is in the Inland Empire up in Upland, and that's about 40 miles away. The ports of Los Angeles, that's over 30 miles away. And the only way I can get there is via public transportation, and that's about 2.5 hours away. So, and I can't move to be closer because I have no way to get a room. So it's all really bad, and California is just really bad. And the thing is with the ports were actually already open, and I had already known this. They were already open almost a month before Biden came out and said, oh, la, la, la. The problem is, why there's still so many is that the companies and the retailers that are expecting said merchandise do not want to pay the exorbitant costs of the high amount of money to pay a labored longshoreman to unload. It's outrageous. It's great for the longshoreman, yes, but it's a lot more expensive. And if they do, they've already said pretty much that the cost is going to be upon you. So, and that's just the way it is going to be now going forward, and I hate that expression. So California is really just going to be too expensive to live. The medium now cost for an average home is over $855,000 to begin with. Hey, never mind the home that your grandmother and grandfather bought for $20,000 and it only took them about a year and a half to pay off. And then throw in that for a newlywed and have children. There's another $20,000 to have a child, depending on where you have a child. So, anyway, I'm going to see what this is before I get back. It's a hiring event. Here's our gas situation. It varies from station to station, give or take about 5 to 10 cents. But the closer you are to a freeway, the more expensive it's going to be. Yeah, per gallon. It is a beautiful day. What a difference a day makes. Wow, blue skies. Ne'er a cloud in sight. Well, it sounded good. That was with Ralph. I am going over here to check on another place. This is the Hastings Ranch Shopping Center right here. It's really, really cool. This route actually is my preference where I used to shop, but it's a little, not too far out of the way. But especially getting perishables and summer heat. By the time I get here, from here to home, especially ice cream and milk, I don't like any of that to spend too much time out of refrigeration. But it went well. It sounded good. It sounded extremely well. But that's all pertaining on everything else, whether they're happy with whatever. Here's the other place that I would like to. See's Candy. Let's see. All right, let me check. All right, my friends, that's about it for me. I am back home now. You know, saying this is it's really starting to go vertical. I'm very curious to see how this is going to turn out. This is the place that they're building, which is HUD for low-income home purchasing. They're going to be condos, townhomes, or whatever. Any hoot and nanny. My battery's going to die. I wasn't even listening to the radio. All right. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment. Pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on. And yeah, it went well. You know, providing everything else. Probably expect to hear from them, I believe, the Friday. So we shall see. We have another open interview Thursday. So it's Thursday afternoon, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, yeah, well, you know, it's kind of floating back real quick to some of the other videos last year during the lockdown. I survived quite a bit. Not just the lockdown, not just the whole thing, but the lockdown here at the house with her and her cronies or whatever. I'm gonna edit the video and put it together here, let the phone charge, and I will go to Starbucks and upload. More on the laptop. Yeah, it's no good. I cannot reset it to a point because it just keeps cycling and cycling. I've tried it to start up the F8 and the 12 and everything else, and it just keeps. If I do that, then I get the blue screen, and then it just automatically cycles and keeps rebooting. So my baby's gonna have to be put on a back burner until I can get some money to fix it, providing I get the job. So the concentration on me now, after caught up with bills and everything else, is going to have to be on getting a new laptop, because I want to make sure that I have enough RAM to set in there so I can do everything properly and actually try to remove the video editor from this laptop into a new laptop, because I don't want to pay that much money again for a brand new editor. An inconvenience. So I'm gonna have to concentrate on getting a brand new laptop altogether, and you know, that's just. I got this one brand new at Best Buy, out of the box, 2015. So she served her purpose, and when she's running, slow as it starts as an Edsel, it's a good laptop for as far as getting whatever I can get. So anyway, that's it. Oh, and I try to put a link down, but for those new folks that have just been The housing, yeah. On my channel, look for my house life during lockdown, part 1. And I'll try to put a link if I can. If not, my house life during lockdown.